Paco Park, cemetery for the wealthy Spanish families, completed in 1822, designed as a circular fort, 22-foot high walls, 2 foot thick. Now it's hard to believe looking at it now. It used to be, on the outside during the American colonial period, a racetrack to racing horses on a Sunday. We are here today to find the secret location where Jose Rizal was buried. Now, it also supposedly his parents have a mausoleum here, but I couldn't seem to find that, and I'm not too sure. Governments never tolerate criticism very well. Even today, you can make money and go missing. You can be imprisoned 20 years with no trial. Back in the Spanish era, you have trumped up charges that say Jose was going to overthrow the government violently. So you have anonymous people testifying that can't be cross-examined. So, poor old Jose was convicted. Now this little chapel has weddings and other special events. Now we go through this little tunnel, and down here on the left, Jose was buried after being shot in the back, buried anonymously. Now he had 2 incredible sisters, Narcissa and Trinidad, and Narcissa knew that people were put in the walls and weren't buried, so she hunted down the freshly dug up ground and knew that's where her brother was, and put a little cross on it. So people wouldn't get suspicious, she puts the initials backwards, which you'll notice that's why RPJ was on the cross. He was dug up on the 17th of August 1898, and so they took the remains in an urn back to where they lived. That was the day after Teodora Alonso died, who was Jose Rizal's mother. This is the cemetery for infants. There's no official record of Jose ever getting married, but that's no surprise, as the Spanish government was trying to delete him from history. Josephine Bracken, together with the Jesuit priest Father Vicente Balaguer, assures people that Josephine did marry Jose in the last moments of his life while waiting in jail for his execution. We wandered along General Luna, and this is the School of Dentistry and the Manila Medical Center. Cross over Taft Avenue, and we're on our way to the Luneta. I wonder if these little vehicles will take over the jeepneys. This building was designed by the Philippine architect Antonio Toledo. It became a National Museum of Natural History in 2015 when it was refurbished. We're looking at the Petrified Wood exhibition. Now this is the Tree of Life 4-story structure sculpture, and it's surrounded by national icons of the Philippines. Philippine eagle, the tarsier, and tamaral. Some field paraphernalia for terrestrial expeditions. Now, I would have only heard the word paraphernalia half a dozen times in my life, but it's just perfect for this setup describing what we're looking at. A tent with the shoes out the front. We have newspaper for pressing leaves and vegetative material such as flowers. We have a notebook to write everything down, a mist net, cooking pots, butterfly net, and solutions for preserving small creatures. I think you'll need to come and have a look at this place for yourself, because I've only shown you a fraction of what's really available. We're on our way to the Jose Rizal Monument. Designed by the Swiss sculptor Richard Kisling, it stands 45 metres tall. Unfortunately, they've got the area cordoned off, and so you can't get close to it. Not a problem. On my first visit, in 1984, you were allowed to get really close to it, so these are the photographs that I took in 1984. We have a stop for Chowking for lunch. Haniko's got the Laureate. We have butchie, tofu, kangkong, Coke, and I've got the wonton soup. This is what Manila Bay looked like in 2018. All the debris that gets washed down the Pasig River gets blown over from the prevailing winds onto the shoreline, Rojas Boulevard. So anything that floats, plastics, water hyacinth, bits of wood, they just wash up on the bank here. The kids have been collecting flip-flops. In the distance there you can see the US Embassy.
Hello.
What is this?
Mass and a tubing.
No food?
Oh yeah, butchie at the bottom.
Food is not allowed inside, sir. Later.
Pick up later na.
A big improvement from my visit in 2018. This is the Manila Baywalk Dolomite Beach. Open 8 till 11, 2 till 6. Closed on Thursdays for maintenance. Now you can get in for free, but there's a few restrictions. As we found out going in, there's no eating, but there's also no swimming because of the high fecal coliform bacteria in the water. There's no smoking, there's no littering, no spitting, and no pets. And of course that other last sign was there's no collecting of sand or pebbles. And there's no provision for car parking either. But it is 500 metres by 60 metres, and we could have gone sort of sunbaking, I suppose, except it's raining. But that's a good thing, because it means that we have the beach nearly on our own. Now the beach is made up of dolomite, which is calcium magnesium carbonate, and that comes from Alcuí, southern Cebu. Now when you think of a beach, you do tend to think of sand, but this beach has its fair share of pebbles. Because of the high demand, it did take us a while to get the grab taxi back to the St. Giles Hotel. From our hotel room, it's a bit hard to tell just how bad the typhoon is. So we've come up onto the roof, where the swimming pool area is open to the sky, to have a look at how hard it's raining and how strong the wind is.